today we will be starting Polity and Governance Current Affairs. The topics are Dhruva Framework, Health Security Say National Security Cess Bill of 2025, Swap App for Digital Literacy, ISI Bill, PM Suryagar. Okay. So, these are the topics for the day. First one is Dhruva Framework. Online class, is the AV working? Okay. Now, first and foremost, before we see what this Dhruva framework is, as of now recently your Department of Posts, you know that physical posts that once upon a time people used to write letters. So, the so called Department of Post has prepared a draft as in these are the new things that we will be running into, and this will be according to the Post Office Act of 2023. What does that particular draft tell means? It is giving a legislative framework or backing to your Dhruva. Okay. So, this will enable a large amount of changes that has not been witnessed before. Okay. So, this is the why in news portion. Second is what is it in? Okay. First and foremost, Dhruva stands for Digital Hub for Reference and Unique Virtual Address. Otherwise, it is a digital public infrastructure. Okay. See, in simpler sense, first let me tell you what this Dhruva is, then let us go on explaining about this. Let us say you have ordered something from Amazon. So, how does technically your order come to you? On that package, your address is there. Anyone can see your address. There is no such thing as to only a particular person, only for a particular time can see. Anyone and everyone, from the moment you enter the delivery address to the time it comes to you, anyone can see. So, this somewhere your privacy gets affected. Now, what this Dhruva framework is thinking of bringing about means, let us say there is a code. Okay. I am a delivery guy. I will scan this code. That point of time you will get a prompt. You will get a prompt telling, will you authorize this person to view your address? You will give that authorization. Once you give me that authorization, then I will get the landmark. Then I will come deliver the address. Which means this is also controllable as to how long can this person have this address, maybe until the package is delivered. So, urban areas pe you are controlling who is seeing your address or who gets access to your address and for how long. But let us say in rural areas where they will not have a proper clear cut defined address, for them many times the packages will go back, the packages will not be delivered, it will be misplaced. In that case, this digital address will not just be on the address that they give, but it will be based on that particular household. So, even if they move to a new location, it will get automatically updated. Understanding? That is the concept about your Dhruva framework. This is on the similar lines of your Aadhaar and UPI. Okay. So, what does this particular Dhruva framework provide? It will not provide your physical address, but rather it will provide a digital address label. No physical address is provided. When can he use the physical address? Only when you give him the consent. Okay. What are the key features of Dhruva? First and foremost, it is a digital address label. Only your virtual address will be used, not your physical address, and this only will be shared with all your e-commerce people, logistics, delivery people, postal people, all of them. And this is content based access, which means your user has to authorize the permission, then only he or she can utilize that information. So, what does it do? It will enhance your data security and privacy. Okay. Here the core thing is data security and privacy. What is the role of DG pin under your Dhruva framework? See, as of now we all have a pin code. That pin code is directly to our physical location, but now because we are providing them digital address, we also will give a DG pin. What is DG pin? Digital postal index number, which is being developed by your post office. Now this particular DG pin, how they are giving means it is more of in-house geocoding. For every 12 square kilometer they will assign a particular number or block like A, B, C, D. Okay. If we have to use Dhruva framework and everything is going to be in digital format, then even the pin will be in DG pin, digital postal index number. Done? Shall we move ahead? Next is, how will it be? It will be a 10-digit alphanumeric code, that is, it will employ 16 unique characters such as your numbers, alphabets, that is, each place will be given a code. Your country will be divided, let us say, into blocks like this and call it A, C, D, okay, that your postal system is developing. And how are they giving this? Based on your latitudinal and longitudinal coordinates. Done? Next, how will you use this digipin? These digipin will complement, look at this, complement traditional pin code system. Traditional pin code system is for physical address, digipin is for your digital address. See, in your pin code system, rural areas, it would become very difficult to track because of your address not being very accurate. But with the digipin, this will be very useful in tracking the location of your rural and remote area households. Okay. So, this provides exact geolocation when your descriptive address is becoming very difficult. The common issue that is faced in your rural areas and your remote areas. We'll move ahead. So, if they have to do this, they have to bring in a change of all these things. So, what are the institutional architecture? If Dhruva has to come in, what and all are they having to bring about? One is ASPs, address service providers. These will generate digital address labels, because I told you physical label will no longer be present. Instead of that, a digital label will be present, which will create that digital label address service provider. And then is address validation agencies. They will authenticate whether that address is correct or not. Last is address information agents. Okay. These are the ones who will manage when the user data should be or should not be shared based on your authorization. Last is, this will operate again in the same way how your National Payments Council of India will work, like your UPI and Aadhaar concept. We'll move ahead. We'll see one question from this topic. With reference to the Dhruva framework, consider the following statements. Dhruva is proposed as digital public infrastructure similar to Aadhaar and UPI. Correct. It allows digital platforms to access a user's physical address without user consent. The main thing is it has to be with user consent only. It enables sharing of a digital address label instead of physical address label. Correct. So, the correct answer are 1 and 3 only. Next topic is Health Security Say National Security Cess Bill 2025. Done? Just in this session, Lok Sabha has passed the Health Security Say National Security Cess Bill of 2025. Lok Sabha has passed this bill, yet it is pending in your Rajya Sabha. What exactly is this bill means? They are introducing cess on pan masala and in pan masala manufacturing units and other things whichever the government wants to add into the list. So, in simpler sense, this just means that they are introducing cess on pan masala manufacturing units. They have also told that add other items. Other items means they have physically said other items. What these items will be, eventually we will tell whenever the need arises. Okay. So, this is your health security, your cess that they are introducing. In simpler sense, first let me explain the context. Pan masala is there. Now, that is not something considered as good for your human consumption, yet things happen. Now, one thing about your democracy is you can't ban things largely. You can ban, but you can't ban things largely. What happens is if you ban things, let's say you are going to ban pan masala thingy, it's bad for health, it is bad for health. People will find all other ways to find substitutes for that, that will be even more detrimental to people's life. So, what they will do is they will make it appear costly. That is, see, the concept of business is if I spend 100 rupees on that, I have to put 100 rupees plus something if I have to make profit. So, let us assume originally if to make pan masala and all those things, I would spend 100 rupees means let us say I want to have a profit of 10 rupees. Then I have to sell it at 110 rupees. But now with this additional cess means, let us say here itself they are adding another 10 rupees. This is the cess. See, already in this 100 rupees they are adding taxes. Whatever taxes are there to make this, in that they are already adding. Apart from that additional tax, says here is an additional tax on this. So, this fellow now if he has to sell it at 10 rupees profit, then he has to sell it at 120 rupees. Yes. So, here for an example I am giving it as 10 rupees, but it will make the product more costlier. This might discourage people in using. And now whatever money that they are generating, this additional 10 rupees, this money will directly go to your consolidated fund of India. This money they will use it for national security, public health, on these things. Okay. In polity you would have seen about article 270, article 277 where it is nothing but division of fund between center and state, which will come into consolidated fund of India. When it is this cess, additional tax is called cess, center will not share it with the state. Okay. So, what is the objective of this bill? Create a stable rule based revenue source which they can use it for national security or public health, and also discourage the production of health harmful goods. There are three objectives. First is generate revenue, use that revenue for national security and your public health. Third is discourage from using these goods. What are the key features of this bill? First and foremost, a special excise cess tax on taxes introduced, and this is levied in addition to existing taxes. This does not mean new cess I am introducing means old tax will go off. Old tax also will be there. This is again on top of that. And all the money will go directly to Consolidated Fund of India. And all the funds that you get from this, you will use it for public health security and national security. What are the goods cover? Initially only pan masala, but then they have told that if at all any additional goods will come, we will notify that. Okay. So, they have initially kept, as of now the item is only pan masala manufacturing units. Later if they want, they will add the other also. Done? So, how can they levy this? Cess is a capacity linked and not output linked product, which means sometimes you will put tax on how much products you are producing. Cess is not such thing. You are telling in your company using these manufacturing goods, are you producing pan masala or not? We are not asking you if you are producing 1 or 10. Are you producing it? Yes. Then tax is applied for you. We do not mind you produce 10 or 100 or 1000. Okay. This cess is calculated on your machinery parameters, flat monthly rate, pack size, weight, all these things and all will come under the technicalities. Now, who and all will be liable to pay these tax? First and foremost, any person or entity, entity means organization, any person or an entity who owns, operates or controls manufacturing machinery of pan masala, not any normal manufacturing machines. Manufacturing machines are processes which you use to make pan masala. Okay. On those we will levy cess, irrespective of any taxes that is already put on this. Okay. In this people can't tell I am an MSME person, I am a small scale, no such thing. You are doing pan masala means all of you are put together, from big manufacturing giant to a small person. Done? Next, how are they going to enforce this particular idea that they have got about? First thing is stringent compliance framework. You have to do this. There are no ifs, buts and all. This is the rule. Anyone who makes pan masala manufacturing processes, you are going to be put on with this cess. If at all you don't follow or you don't pay cess, we will put monetary fines, prosecution, arrest and even confiscate your manufacturing goods itself. Okay. So, what and all offences are covered? Undeclared machinery, if you hide your machine so that you do not have to pay the cess, or in case you falsify the records telling that no, I am not making pan masala. So, anything you try to not pay the cess will invoke penalties. So, if a person, a manufacturing person has to go appeal against the decision, who and all can he go to? He can go to an appellate authority, tribunal, high court, supreme court. So, it is a multi-tier appellate jurisdiction. I can appeal to any of these bodies. That provision is also given. What exactly is a cess? Simple answer is it is a tax on tax, or a tax which is collected in addition to the existing taxes. How long will they put this cess? Up until the amount that they want to be collected. How much is the amount they want to be collected? It depends on what they think. There is no one ballpark number given to us now. So, what is the constitutional basis of cess? Article 270 tells that cess and surcharge are not there in the divisible pool. Divisible pool means the amount in Consolidated Fund of India can be divided between center and states. But the cess and surcharge will not be divided between center and states. It will be completely going only to your center. If the center then wants, it can give the money, but no one can claim it as a matter of right. Article 277 also recognizes that certain taxes and cess can continue. Done? Now, what are the types of cess we have? First and foremost, in the 80th constitutional amendment itself, it was told that cess will not be divided or shared with the states. What are the types of cess? We have had education cess, Swachh Bharat cess, Krishi Kalyan cess and clean energy cess. They will use it for this money. The money they collect, they will use it for this purpose. You can just write on example as education cess and Swachh Bharat cess. Okay. We will see a comparison between tax, cess and surcharge. Tax is generally levied on everyone. Cess is tax on tax. Surcharge is an additional tax. Who or what will you do with this money? In whatever you collect as tax, you can use it for any expenditure. If you use it and collect it as a cess, you have to use it only for that particular purpose. Here the cess will be used only for national security and public health. In surcharge also, it depends on what they want to use to. Now, is tax shared with states? Yes. Is cess shared with states? No. Is surcharge shared with states? No. Now, tax is a permanent concept. You have to pay tax. Cess is temporary and surcharge, it depends on how the government wants to do that. Examples of tax are your income tax, GST, cess is your education cess. Surcharge means, see for example, I will tell you. Not income tax, then you will get confused. Okay, let it go. Surcharge ka one example I am trying to give you. See, if you are earning 50 lakh rupees, you have already paid your income tax. But if your income is going above 50 lakh, you will put one more additional tax on you. That is called as surcharge. Because you are earning more, you can also pay a little bit more tax. It is not going to hurt you. That is surcharge. This will not be applicable to everyone, only for the specific categories. Now, in this category, anyone who earns above 50 lakhs has to pay one more additional tax. For normal people, no two taxation, only one IT tax. But there IT tax plus additional tax because your income is higher. Okay. cess irrespective of anything on one particular product, pan masala I have used, let rich person buy, poor person buy, doesn't matter, manufacturing unit pe I will put that cess. So what is the importance of this bill? First and foremost, public health perspective pe if you see, they are trying to discourage the produce of these harmful products, and also they will create a non-lapsable fund which will be used for national security, and this will also create a place where center can use the funds without having to share it with the states. Done? We'll see one question from this topic. With reference to health security, say National Security Cess Bill 2025, consider the following statement. The bill introduces a special excise cess on pan masala manufacturing units. Correct. The proceeds of the cess are credited to Consolidated Fund of India. Correct. The cess replaces existing excise duty on notified goods. No, it does not replace anything. The tax continues. Along this, additionally this tax will be there. So correct answer is 1 and 2 only. Next topic, SWAP app mandates for digital literacy. Now is it audible?
Yes ma'am, now it's audible.
Okay. Let me know when the audio ka issue happens, okay? Okay. So what was I telling? See, look at this. Union government had come up with an idea telling that now 2025 pay, if new older ones which people are having, leave that. Now 2025 pay, whichever are going to go to the people. In this app, before even you open the phone, within the phone itself you will install an app. That app is your Sanchar Sati app. This app cannot be disabled by you. You cannot delete this app. This will be there when you boot the phone. The first time when you open the phone itself, this app will be there. Okay. Why is this app there? It is to make sure that no digital arrest, scams, all these will happen. When this concept was introduced, this almost brought in about huge number of criticism from people. This is almost like the state is spying on the people. It is checking which is correct, which is not correct. And also one more risk, if you see, the whole point you are bringing this is to reduce the scams. When you have a concept that this particular app will be installed in the manufacturing period of time after that itself, and this app cannot be disabled, means this app will get the name called as privileged app, because now every single hackers know that this is a privileged app, which means everyone will try to attack this app. When they try to attack this app, and let's say For example, the data gets out, then how much millions and millions of data will come into their hands, how much critical information will fall into their hands. So, all these were involved and the government received huge criticism. Finally, it withdrew its option telling that okay, don't need to pre-install your Sanchar Sathi app. If you want, you can install it on your own, and it is not just provided as an app. You can even use it in your web, you can download it, okay. There are many forms you can use it and not just as an app. And also if your mobile phone is stolen or someone is misusing your mobile number, all those features also can be done in your Sanchar Sathi app. Now we will not mandate anything that you have to pre-do this, okay. What is Sanchar Sathi app? It is a telecom safety platform which will protect users from misuse of mobile connections. Okay? It will be able to report spam, fraud, you will be able to block your phone number, track your stolen devices and also check the mobile number misuse. How and all can you use this concept of Sanchar Sathi? You can use it in the form of app or through web portals or through SMS portals or USSD codes. Okay? And this is also integrated with Central Equipment Identity Register, that you are the sole owner of this particular phone number, so your identity. Okay? Earlier, before withdrawing this, what they had told means, okay, now it is withdrawn. Before that, it told that pre-installation of Sanchar Sathi app should be there on all smartphones and that app cannot be uninstalled. It will automatically receive over the air updates and it will be visible on first boot, which means you will have access to that. Let's say you open the phone, the first thing will be there is that app, you cannot disable or remove that. And also this particular app, what it will do means, it will take access to all your phone access, SMS access and location access. Whether you want it or not, it will still take access to all of those. So, how this appeared when they told mandatorily you have to do this means, a voluntary safety tool was put into like system level state interface, that is, wait, why is state trying to do this kind of things? It is almost like state is trying to surveil on me, and that too this is just a directive, it is not coming from any parliament order or something. Just one executive directive has this much power, is it? People started criticizing. And they said that this has potential for mass surveillance. Then the civil society brought into the eyes of your Justice Puttaswamy case, which spoke about right to privacy, which said, see, if at all you have to find out whether a particular aspect or a directive or a law is violating right to privacy, Online class now, is the AV audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Justice Putteswamy case pe they told that 3 things you have to see whether this particular thing is violative of your right to privacy or not. First one was this particular idea should be backed by a law. Did Parliament make that law? No, it was executive order. There itself it failed. Second thing, necessity. Is there a need to do this? You should not find less alternative ways or less intrusive ways to do spying on people. Third thing is proportionality test. Is this required? What if this directive fails? If at all the so-called thing that they are creating the Sanchar Sarthi app to be mandatory, if it gets hacked, your contacts, your location, all your critical information will be in their hands. That is too big of a failure of this test. So it fails in all these 3 cases, makes this particular app not correct to compulsorily, mandatorily pre-install it. So government withdrew its directive. Okay. And also they have told that the Interpol in 2023 report has told that more than 1 trillion loss has happened because of your cyber security issues. Now your government is still trying to tell that, see, issue is there, no one is denying that, but you trying to create mandatory thing is going to create more issues than reduce it. So instead let people use the other things. What is it? They can use Sanchar Sarthi app, they can use CIR portal, they can do your do not disturb systems, they can also do national 1909 helpline, and all these are voluntary. Okay. So first and foremost, the main important thing is do not force it on people, do not make it mandatory. If you make it mandatory, then your DND app, initially they told that if you have to put DND, do not disturb concept in your phone, it took all the logs, messages, SMSs and all these things. This was blocked by your Apple for privacy violations. Then finally they had to allow after redesigning the entire system and all this. So if you need privacy, these are some of the things you have to also consider. If you mandatory make Sanchar Sarthi, this will also do the same mistake that DND once did. So what exactly are other models that India is trying to reduce cyber security? RBI ka e-Baat outreach, which is trying to spread awareness. RBI कहता है media campaign. Okay, RBI is telling you this. RBI कहता है, it is also awareness campaign. Chhattisgarh cyber security awareness vans they had created, and they kept moving it around the let's say villages, rural areas, trying to educate people that if someone calls like this, don't do this, don't share your OTP and everything. Next is Telangana's fraud ka full stop campaign. When they started these things, they saw that at least 8% of reduction was there less in your cyber crimes. Next is police bank mobile kiosks. Okay, in other urban areas, Tiruchirappalli and all these places, they tried to bring about voluntary actions by that state specific. This has also considerably reduced your cyber security issues. Let's see one possible question from this. The union government withdrew the directive mandating pre-installation of Sanchar Sarthi app primarily because the app failed to reduce cyber fraud, telecom companies refused to technical compliance, it was not compatible with foreign smartphones, it raised concerns related to privacy and surveillance. That is the correct option. C is the correct answer. Next, Draft Indian Statistical Institute or ISI Bill of 2025. Winter session, no? So we can expect lot of bills. Why is it in news? Recently, the government of India has proposed a draft ISI bill. Draft bill means it is not yet passed, it is just introducing it. In that they are telling that let us change legal and governance structure of one institute is there called as Indian Statistical Institute. For example, we have IIT, AIMS, one is for your engineering, medicine, this is for statistics. The name of the institute is Indian Statistical Institute. Okay. When government decided that it will do this, this brought huge criticism from your academicians, students and also from your civil society. Why, what it is, we will see. First and foremost, what is this Indian Statistical Institute? See, initially this was institute which was registered under Societies Registration Act of 1860. Later it was registered under West Bengal Societies Registration. Finally in 1959 they called it Institution of National Importance. Okay, this particular institute, Indian Statistical Institute, was declared as an institute of national importance in 1959. Okay, we'll move ahead. What is this? First and foremost, it is like your regular institute, but what it offers means courses in statistics, mathematics, economics, computer science, operation research, cryptology, quality management. Otherwise, we have one person called as P.C. Mahabalanis. He was very much in the second 5-year plan of all heavy industries when India was focusing on. They were targeting on all the statistics. He was the one who laid grounds to this. Understanding? Huh? I'll tell you next page. So this has about 1200 students and it has 6 centers around India. Alright. So this particular idea is nothing but this person, Mahalanobis. He was the one who had brought about this concept, and from this is where the birth of our NSSO happens. National Sample Survey Organization. This is where all the government data, statistics, everything that we get from. Understanding? This also has association of your very important eminent scholars. This institute was the one that provided foundation during our second 5-year plan of heavy industry based planning in India. Done? What is this bill? Now you know what that institute is. What is government trying to do in that bill? Simpler sense, I will first tell you, then we will go look into this. How this particular institute was operating means it was operating like an autonomous body. Autonomous body means it will have a board of group of people wherein academicians will be there. They will work within themselves as to how can we make sure we will bring regulations, how the courses will be helpful for people, how can we make it into even more better institute and we can get more out of this. Now your government told that we conducted a lot of let's say committees and all. Based on the committee recommendations, they have told that this particular institute, if it is coming under the control of central government, then it will be much more better and we will try to make it to the level of integrating with other global institutes. Why your accommodations, students, everyone are fighting means you are going to convert an autonomous body which is performing well into a body which will be under your government of India. So much so that as a protest to this, students in Kolkata formed a human chain. Understanding? Chain means you will physically put one metal thing, no? So instead of that, humans will stand there, hold hands, telling that we don't like this, don't do this. Understanding? That is the background. So what is the draft bill of ISI state is that they are going to convert this particular institute from a registered society to a statutory body corporate. This is one of the first thing they are going to do. They are converting a society into a statutory body corporate, which means something that is autonomous among themselves, it is run by, now will come under the control of your government. Okay, in this bill they are telling there will be someone called as board of governors. This board of governors will dictate and dominate what decisions should be taken in this particular institute. Okay, but as of now, who is running that in the autonomous way means it is like this. As of now, that is 33 members, 10 elected members will be there. There will be faculty representation. Government control is very limited. As of now, this is. Once this bill will come into picture, then the total number of board of group will reduce from 32 members to very less smaller number. Here elected ISI members will not at all be there. No faculty member representation will be there, but rather government control will be very dominant. Okay, this is what now it is. If this bill passes, this is how it will become. Okay, so this tells how are you going to bring funds into this particular institute means we can take it through student fees. We can also take it through consultancy, that is we can take let's say we can generate fees by telling you want any private corporate organization is there means you will go tell them I will create statistics and data for you, and through that you have to give me money. So the faculty's accommodation, students and all criticized us. So you are converting an autonomous body into a corporate body just to make money. How is this good or fair? Understanding? So why are they protesting? Loss of institutional autonomy, political interference. This is a threat to basic research, and also they are overriding West Bengal Societies Registration Act, which is in your West Bengal. So your state ka organization, you are overriding and creating your union effect on that. And also 1500 academicians wrote to the union minister, and your students started forming human chain telling don't do this to this institute. Why government is telling we have to do it? Government is telling we have to make ISI world's leading institute by it becomes 100 years by 2031. By that time we have to make it a world leading institution. And also we have did various review committee reports have been seen. Recent one is the one by R.A. Mashalkar. This is important committee for you. In this also they have told us bring adequate changes into the institute. Done? So how is the government viewing this? Government is telling this particular institute needs strong statutory backing. We should create laws on this. The academicians are telling no, the society model what we are having right now is ensuring autonomy, let it be like that. Your government thinks that you have to rule, or the way this institute should run is through proper centralized professional control. They are telling no, academicians, we ourselves are now conducting the rules, regulations, let it be like that. Government is telling we have to get money from various sources. By we have to do for corporate companies, you can go tell I will do this statistics for you, you pay me money and all. Academicians are telling this is nothing but commercialization of research, don't do that to us, don't sell our research. Next is government feels that this will bring a uniform national oversight on all the 6 centers, whereas academicians are telling this will put us in just political interference. So according to your article 19(1) of G, you can create your professional or academic autonomy, that is your freedom of right or your fundamental right that comes under this ambit. see one prelims question from this. With reference to India's Statistical Institute, consider the following statements. ISI was originally registered under Societies Registration Act. It was later governed under West Bengal Societies Registration Act. It was declared as institution of national importance under Indian Statistical Institute Act of 1959. All three statements are correct. 1, 2 and 3. Last topic. PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Okay. First thing, see, this particular scheme was introduced in 2024 February. Why are we discussing that now? Because your Parliamentary Standing Committee on Energy told that we have seen how the scheme is running. We have made few observations. What that observations are means, first and foremost, people are not even aware that such a scheme exists. So you have to bring in awareness. And also they have told that there is very slow adaptation by states. Why so much delay is happening? And one more landmark thing that happened was, this scheme has crossed a milestone of your public sector banks, whatever is there. They have sanctioned over 5.79 lakh crores of that is your loans, which are worth more than your 10,000 crores. Okay. Now, first and foremost, what is this PM Surya Ghar Mufti Bijli Yojana? It was launched in 15th February 2024, wherein the objective is you will provide free electricity to households through rooftop solar installations. You can gain electricity even through your solar rooftop panels. So the government told that we will provide people some amount of concession, certain percentage we will bear, certain percentage they will bear. Your DISCOM will do all the setting up of these things, and through that they will be able to get electricity to their homes. So otherwise, what is this scheme means? It is trying to provide electricity to households. Understanding? How will they be doing? Capital subsidy, government will offer some money. Institutional credit, banks will offer loans, and all the work will be done by a DISCOM. DISCOM will, because DISCOM is doing this installation, etc., everything, government will offer DISCOM also few discounts and incentives. Done? Now in this, electricity is capped at a limit. You cannot use how many hour amount of generating electricity. The solar rooftop should produce 2 kilowatt, means for that 60% subsidy will be given by center. Now if you are going to install a roof solar panel which will provide more than 2 to 3 kilowatt, means you will provide 40% subsidy. The subsidy is capped at 3 kilowatt, not above that. Maximum it should be able to produce only 3 kilowatt. Okay. With this, what they are trying to do means create one model solar village in each district. So at least looking at that district, everyone will get awareness and try to do the same thing. Done? So what will be the incentives to local bodies? Each local bodies means your panchayats and municipalities will be there, no? They will give 1000 rupees per rooftop solar installation, so that they will promote making people aware of these particular schemes. and also it is applicable to your municipality as well as panchayats. This will come under your National Program Implementation Agency in the central level, and in the state level, state implementation agencies. Who will be doing all the groundwork in setting up all these things? That is your DISCOMs. Okay. We'll move ahead. So what is the role of DISCOM? They will do the net meter availability, timely inspection, and also they will be the ones who will tell yes, this particular household will get the solar rooftop, and they will, because of the work they will be doing, they will also be entitled for certain incentives. So if you see, as of now, more than 5.79 loan applications have been received by your public sector bank, and more than 10,000 crores of loan has been sanctioned in this purpose. Okay. Who will be eligible to get this scheme? First and foremost, you have to be a citizen of India, and you should have a house with a roof. And third thing is, you should have proper electricity connection. And last most important thing is, you should not have availed any other solar subsidy before this. Done? We'll see one possible question from this. With reference to PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, consider the following statements. The scheme aims to provide free electricity to households through rooftop solar installations. It was launched in February 2024. The subsidy under the scheme is available without any upper capacity limit. 3 kilowatts is the upper capacity. So, correct option is 1 and 2 only. Done? Clear up until here? Any doubts? Online class, any doubts? We'll end the session.
None, ma'am.
Online class, any doubts? Okay, I'm going to take it as no doubts.